Like It or Not with Benjamin Dixon starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, people.
Good morning and welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth
and not care who doesn't like it.
It is Wednesday. DJ Exclusive, man. How's it going, man? I feel like I haven't been here in forever. How you been, man?
I'm tired, boss. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You and me both. I'm running on fumes, James. I sound like you're doing the same.
Yeah, you know, working 5,000 jobs. I'm just like, okay, I didn't know if I was going to get up this morning, but, you know, I got on up and got here. But, yeah,
hey,
regular work. And then this work, it's just like it's a lot of works that's kicking my ass. I'll say kissing my ass. No, they're kicking my ass. All up and down the street. Yeah. But it's all right. I'm here.
You told work you told work to kiss your ass, man. I love it, man. I get it, bro. It's a super.
Oh no, I ain't tell work to kiss my ass. I got to keep that job, so I can't tell them that. I just got to shake the table some because there's a lot of stuff going crazy over there. Yeah,
the work in general, not the specific work, but work in general. Yeah. The fact that you got to get up. You told the fact that you got to get up and out of the bed and get dressed and go face the world. You say kiss my ass all that. So I feel you, man.
Yeah.
It get like that. It be like that, man. I was gonna wait. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna say this now, but I want to do a remix too. And I know you've been talking about it. Do you have a new remix to our theme song? Have you been working on one? Because I'm feeling a little prolific with my lyrics these days. I think I might want to jump on the track if you let me.
I have not. I haven't had the mental capacity to work on the song yet. So I wrote down a few things, but yeah, it's just life is just not writer's block severely.
Life is not like it, bro. I hear that, man. And Rebecca Azor is going to be joining us momentarily. We're giving the queen to take care of what she has to take care of because she too. We're this working class show, bro. People work. We work hours and we work multiple jobs and we do what we have to do. When I got started, I was telling Noah about the orange, my very first videos on YouTube, they all have this big, bright orange screen in the background. And it was during that time that I was doing the overnight shift at a tech company, coming and do the show in the morning and then keeping the kids in the afternoon. So, but then I look around and everybody's having to live that kind of life now. Everybody's working 3 jobs. Everybody's scratching and surviving. And the gas is too damn high. Listen, I was going to talk about everything you have on this list, David. But can I just say, I know that the gas being this high is not directly Joe Biden's fault, but I want to suggest that Joe Biden gets this thing under control because it's pissing people off. It is definitely pissing me off, man. Every time I got to go to that gas pump, spending $50, $60 to fill up a little coupe. You know what I mean? I ain't even got a truck.
And for the record, right. The stories are James this morning. So if anyone's going to get upset, it's James.
Oh. Well, I don't mess up the man's story. You got the stories, bro. I will cease and desist.
We need my man to come back from some years ago. The rent is too damn high, dude. That was running in New York.
Yes,
we need him to.
I've been looking for him. The rent is too damn high.
Too damn high.
And they're raising them higher. Listen, I want to give a couple of headlines here for us to talk about that I think will. There's one I'm gonna wait. That talks about how love changes your brain. I don't know if you picked that one, James. I don't know if we. Oh, okay. All right, we'll jump in. We'll jump into that as well. And then there's another. I don't know. I am trying my best not to rub it in the face of Elon Musk that he is not going to get Twitter. Because, I'm petty. I'm like a Noah. I am petty. And I kind of had a gut feeling I didn't want him to get the deal. Obviously, Twitter being one of the top social media platforms, particularly because I didn't want him to get the deal because I just did not want a single individual to own all of that data. He was going to purchase this and take Twitter back privately, which means he would have full control. There's no accountability when it's a private company, not like for a public company. And that's just too much power to be concentrated in one person's hand. Turns out he's not going to be able to come up with the money. He's blaming it on trolls. And I know this is a pretty old story. Last week they announced this, but it's still developing. The entire industry is trying to see whether or not Elon Musk is going to be able to put his money where his mouth is, quite literally in this case. What do y'all think?
Yes, and Ben, I was about to say there was an update overnight regarding the comments that he made from Twitter. I'm looking for that story right now. But honestly and truly, I really think this was all one of those things of somebody trying to... But you know what? I don't give a damn today. This is somebody that's just trying to swing their dick around. That's all Elon Musk was trying to do. I don't think he was ever going to buy damn Twitter or any of that. It was just a freaking ploy to do something and waste people's time like he's done now. And now here it is. If he doesn't buy it, now that it's just out there. Now he's trying to figure out who's going to buy it next. And I'm hearing Microsoft may come in and buy it as well too. But it's just like it's so much. I'm like, you're wasting time. You just I said, he's trying to swing his thing around. You don't got to do all that, man. It's just that white folk thing.
You're already the richest man. You're already the richest man in the world, right? You got to be careful, man. Like, ego will really get you in trouble. You can literally have everything in the world you want. Like, what doesn't Elon Musk have? He has the ability to end world hunger. Yet he chooses to do what he's doing via Twitter. Holler at me, David.
We have a visitor.
Okay. Show me what you're working with. What we got?
But they're on mute also.
There it is. You know what? I kind of had a suspicion. Good morning to the Queen. Azor's in the house.
Aye, where gone?
No. It's Haitian Flag Day, so I was in Jamaica, but it's Haitian Flag Day, so all things Haitian. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a visitor, okay, David, but I am here, and yeah.
Oh Lord. Rebecca, good to see. How was your birthday? How was your trip? It's good to be back with you.
My trip was My trip was amazing. I loved it so much. It was just somewhere where I can, what's so crazy? Because it's always a story before I get to Haitian Flag Day and all that good stuff. You know what's so crazy? And hey, Ben, great to see you. Nice background. It looks like you are in a comfortable place. I'm happy to see that. Look like you got a good tan as well. Hey, Bubba, missed you, mean it. Thought about you when I was in Montego Bay. But you know what's so crazy, y'all? For those of you guys who don't know, it is my birthday week. My birthday was on Sunday, but I spent my the weekend before in Montego Bay. And when I went there, it was just from the beginning to end. And it must be, because I am Caribbean, I was able to just hit the floor and just be like, yeah, I know this is, what's up? I know the vibes. But it was just so good to see in a different perspective. I went there with the whole thing of like, not thinking about the show, not thinking about my corporate job, not thinking about, my family, just not thinking about my rent, not thinking about, nothing. I just went there and just said, Rebecca, try. Because it's very hard for me to detach myself from problems. Just like they just be right there. Like you just try to have a happy 5 minutes. And I suffer from anxiety. So my anxiety will just act like there's so many things wrong. So anywho, long story short, got there. People were very just warm. People in the Caribbean are just naturally very warm. And so they're very inviting. And so like even when I go to Haiti, people are very, very inviting. So when I went there, they were inviting from the time I got there to the time I got to my hotel. And at my hotel, they gave me the most, it was just luxury from walking in to I got to the hotel. Everybody seems to be born in May in Jamaica. I'm not talking about the tourists. I'm talking about the people that live there. Everybody seems to be born in May in Jamaica. Everyone that I met, they were like, yeah, my birthday was 2 days ago. My birthday was yesterday. My birthday's tomorrow. But the concierge happened to be like, oh my God, Rebecca, treating me like I'm a celebrity. I was like, what's up? Yeah, my name is Rebecca. What's up? He's like, you know what? You already have a nice, you already got a nice view from your room, in a nice room. I'm just going to upgrade you. and you're gonna have the largest upgrade. And I'm also gonna have a bottle of champagne for you every single night. And so, doorman every single night, champagne, and it just was so beautiful. The food was great. It reminds me, like I said, of Haiti, but it was the fact that the people were just. Every time I spoke to somebody, they gave me bon conseil, like good vibes, good advice.
Okay.
It was like I'm sitting there and it will be like, you know what, man, I don't want to go home. And they're like, you know what, well, enjoy where you are right now. Okay, don't read me. And then I'll be like, you know what, I'm not getting drunk from these drinks. That's okay, because you're enjoying yourself having drinks so that you can stay in the moment and remember the moment.
Right.
Don't come for me. Like, I just felt like they were just like, Rebecca, enjoy the moment. Live in the moment. It's not meant for you to overindulge in things. It's for you to live in the moment and enjoy it. And I had to really sit there and be like, yeah, Rebecca, you really have to enjoy the moment. There were two American, there was a lot of, at the place that I was at, very quiet, nice. But the place that I was at, a lot of people were coming in to just do content for social media.
Okay.
So they weren't enjoying the atmosphere, really. They were coming, taking pictures of specific spots and leaving to go like to other specific spots to have that on their social media, which is fine because, I was a tourist too. I was out there looking at stuff, but I realized that they weren't getting to know the people at the hotel. Like, the people at the hotel were literally just standing there, like, wanting you to talk to them, ready to talk, ready to invite you, and ready to tell you about so many things, ready to have fun with you, dance with you, just ready to enjoy you. And I was in the pool, and I'm like, why isn't anybody in the pool right now? I was looking around. They were fully dressed to go nowhere, to just take pictures by signs. I seen a girl and her boyfriend spent an hour just taking pictures, not enjoy. The beach literally was right there. The pool's right here. They're serving gourmet food. The dudes are the dudes are at the fine service at the bar, just dancing away. There is live reggae music happening right there. Just enjoying, but they're not looking at it at all. And been an hour past, they're still at the entryway trying to get the perfect shot where the sign is. And I'm just looking at them like, dang. So then one of the servers are like, you guys are the only one really enjoying the time and talking to us and dancing with us. And he's like, we're looking at them. They're in everybody's way, trying to come through the door, trying to take a picture, and things like that. And then so the two couples that were at the bar after I came from one of my excursions, the two couple were at the bar. I'm muddied up from my excursion. And I was like, let me go to my room. I don't want to be rude. They're like, girl, sit down, have a drink. A couple came to the bar. They were from Virginia. They are a content creation couple. They were like, oh, they're the ones that be like, we can teach you how to make money. We can teach you how to flip your money. We can teach you how to be a businessman and a
LLC
businesswoman.
Twitter.
LLC Twitter, baby. So they were telling the server who was just telling us, yeah, meet me tonight. I'm going to take y'all out, whatever the case may be. He was telling us that. And they walk up and she's like, why y'all ain't got no drinks, man? So she's mocking them. She's mocking them like that.
Oh,
why y'all ain't got no drinks, man? Y'all drinks ain't strong enough. I like to drink, man. He's like, you don't see a bar full? You don't see a bar full? And then she's like, them not drinks. I like alcohol. Y'all don't got no alcohol. Where the Henny at? Where she's just like going in. And I'm like, I like Hennessy too. But they got Kingston. They got, the whole bar is basically rum. So I'm like, get your rum, get your champagne, you know what I'm saying? Like, get your red stripe. Get your Jamaican drinks, you know what I'm saying? But they're yelling. They're like going off on them. And then they say to him, I'll teach you how to make money. And in Jamaica, y'all need to learn how to make money. He's like, while he's fixing his drink, he's like, y'all might look at us like we have nothing. But I wake up every morning to views of the beach, mountains, green grass, food that is planted from the earth. Mm-hmm. And I get to come to work because I love to talk to people. I love to meet new people. I love to make drinks for people. And if I'm not feeling well, I won't get in trouble for not coming to work. They will actually call me to check on me and see how I'm doing. You are here telling me how I want to make money. The money isn't what makes me happy, man. the people, the enjoyment of life. Usually you hear that as a quote on Instagram, and you'd be like, whatever. But when I listened to him and I saw the man was genuine, and he just continued to make my drink. Her boyfriend yells at him, "Y'all need a Walmart. Y'all need just yelling. Y'all need a Walmart. I need something with this hotel was literally on a strip where everything was like, where just things you can go out, go to the market, go do this, all that stuff. And they just, y'all need a Walmart. Y'all need this. Y'all need that." And he looked at him and said, "There's a lot of and then y'all ain't got, what kind of shoes y'all got?" Because they had Yeezy. "Y'all ain't got Yeezy foams. Y'all ain't got this
Lord.
and that." He's literally saying this, yelling at the server. And the server just looks at him and says, "Well, where do you get your shoes from? Online?" He's like, "Well, we do too. I don't know what you're asking me for. I go online to get my shoes too. If I don't know what the difference is." And then I asked the guy, I just looked over. I said, "Well, where do you get your shoes? Is it StockX?" He's like, "Yeah, I like to go on StockX." I said, "Well, you didn't see that recently StockX actually, it was in the news for actually selling fake shoes."
Yep.
And he was like, "Anyways," and then my server was like, again, and she's like, "I like to get drunk." And he looked at her, he said, "Ma'am, women here don't like to get drunk. They like to drink to have a good time. It is unbecoming for a woman to be falling out and throwing up at a party." So he looks at her, he's like, "Y'all like that fake over-processed drinking, over-processed weed, over-processed partying, over-processed everything. We like the vibes. Y'all like fake asses. Y'all like fake this, fake that. We like the vibes." I had to look at him and say, when it comes to women's bodies, though, don't say all of that. A woman can do whatever they want with their body. But the woman turned around to walk away. A bug's life. A bug's
Rebecca
life.
Azor. I'm done. I'm done with you now. I'm done with you.
It was a good time, y'all. It was an amazing time. I actually had the best time. There was not one moment that I did not like. It was just going there to unwind. Good. As soon as I got on the plane, they wanted me to stay longer. They were like, "Stay longer." And understandably so, that's how they make their money. 75% of Jamaicans make their money in the tourism business. Unfortunately, that's how they make their money.
Yeah.
So, the more tips you give, the better they are. But people were so genuine, from the horseback riding where I almost died in the water, from me climbing Dunn's River Falls, where a lady was smoking that high THC stuff because she got it. She didn't like the natural stuff from Jamaica. A lot of people said it wasn't getting them high. So they had a section where the Jamaicans were like, "Y'all can," yeah, exactly. A lot of Jamaicans, they were like, "Y'all can get the stuff." They actually had an area for the American side where they can get the stuff that's, the high THC processed stuff. They're like, "Go ahead and smoke that." The lady was smoking it. We went to Dunn's River Fall. She got so high, y'all. I had a video of it. She got so high on the Dunn's River Fall. We were going up, climbing up. This lady turned around to say some slick stuff to the Jamaicans. I don't know what was up with people trying to be rude to the Jamaicans. I didn't like that. But she turned around to say something rude. Yeah, she turned around to say something rude. That lady ended up falling, rolling down, flipping over. And then she said, "That's how you don't do it."
Oh, Lord. All right.
Yeah, it was crazy.
All off
She was just bruised up, but she got up and just climbed, and the Jamaican men carried her. They picked her up. She brought her. Oof, it was crazy. I did zip lining. And I was naked half the time. And then we did one where we got on the bamboo rafting, and they massage you with the limestone that's inside of the Leafty, I think it's called, river. And they take the limestone from the wall and they massage your legs. That man was massaging me. He said, "Does your man do you like that?" I said, "No, ain't got no mean. What's up?" Hey. My legs haven't been smoother. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now. My legs have not been smoother. It was a vibe, man. It was just a good time. It was just
glad you got a break.
It was beautiful. Yeah, and I'm glad I did too. I got back on that plane and I actually felt really bad for leaving. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave at all. But yeah, it was really good. Yeah. You guys talk amongst yourself while I go get my charger. I apologize. Talk amongst yourself.
That's why I love Jamaica so much. It's not for the resort, but it's for the people. The people make the experience of Jamaica like 1,000 times better, because just talking to them and learning about their culture and why they do certain things, how they do certain things, it's just like, damn, I hate America. it's just like once you talk to them, they like our tour guide when we were going to and from the resort. But stop on the side of the road. We going up mountains and cliffs, randomly stop on the side of the road, get lemongrass, pull lemongrass straight off the tree, pulling just natural remedies and stuff that they do. And it was just like, yeah, this is amazing. Like, bro, I don't even want to go back to America. Just let me stay here and I'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I'm going to go back. I'm definitely going to go back.
Dang it, how my camera died at the same time?
I don't walk away and went to go get my stuff.
Wait a minute. Both of us went out at the same time. That's amazing.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it was a good time. So thank you for everybody who really celebrated me. Thank you for everybody who cash at me. It's never too late. Cash at Becca's voice. I'm celebrating my birthday all week since it was on Sunday. But thank you to everyone who really and Letterhack. Actually, I wanted to talk about
shout out to
him going live in honor of me for my birthday. That was so kind. That was so sweet. That was unexpected. And him making it.
Do we have the pictures from that? Do we have the pictures from?
Well, I will. There's a lot happening.
I'll have it for tomorrow.
There's a lot happening on the live right now. He's adjusting all of us at the same moment, but
yeah, we had a technical glitch there. Both two cameras went out at the same time, and one of them came back. So,
but Letterhack actually he drew me, and it was just so, like I said, unexpected. I happened to check in while I was in Montego Bay, and just seeing him, and hearing him talk about me, and him just drawing me, it was beautiful. He took one of my pictures that I took in Florida as inspiration, but it's like he took some culture from. I gotta find the picture because I saved it and I'll send it. But he took some of my Haitian culture features and put it in there. I look like a Haitian mummy, mummy means a mama, but I look like a Haitian somebody that was back in the revolution knitting that flag, and ripping that middle part from France for our freedom, knitting that flag or making the soup, for everybody to eat. It just looks beautiful. It looks like I'm channeling my ancestors in that photograph. And it was just so beautiful. I don't even know if you knew that it was Haitian Flag Day today, Letterhack, or that it was Haitian Heritage Month, but that means everything to me. That photo, I need it. He did send it to me. I'm gonna have it plaqued and put it on my wall, but it was really, really, really beautiful. So shout out to Letterhack for that. I really appreciate it.
Shout out to Letterhack. That is a phenomenal brother, super talented and doing some great things.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, he called in yesterday too. We had a nice conversation.
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard.
Dope.
Yeah. A lot of people called in yesterday. Shout out to everybody that called in yesterday and held me down while my two co-hosts were not here. But it's okay. Yeah. We held it down. We did our damn thing yesterday.
No, I knew that you would hold it down. I knew that you would hold it down. That's why we.
And then the two mother suckers on the screen ain't even watch the goddamn show. That's all right though. I love y'all. I mean it.
No, I actually did check into the show, but I went to sleep because I had a long flight. So I actually did check in. That's how I knew that Letterhack was on the show. But I actually seen that you guys were holding it down, and that's good that you guys can hold it down when we're not here. That's the point of it all. So we're able to hold it down when none of us are here. And so, but anywho, there was a lot of bad news happening, and I ain't like that when I returned to America. I did not like that. I didn't like it at all. It made me very, very depressed. I made it intentionally so that I did not log on to social media. I did not read anything while I was over there. But as soon as I landed, it was just nastiness all around. I had a conversation with someone last week or 2 weeks ago, where somebody was going back and forth with me about, and this is going to tie into what I'm going to say about the recent events. And you guys could help me unpack that because I don't know too much about it. I chose not to really focus on the details of it, but more so on the victims of that recent terrorist attack. But last week I had a conversation with somebody who had trouble understanding why T.I., who I don't often agree with, but why T.I. would say with Young Thug going in for the RICO Act, there are a lot of KKK people, members of the KKK, or groupings of the KKK, white nationalists, who have still yet, and that is a hate group, have still yet to be charged for any of their crimes, killing black people, going into towns and burning them, setting them on fire. Group of people who are connected. And he told me, and the guy that said, why are people posting this? Why are black people are never gonna move forward thinking like this? And I'm like, I get where you're coming from, but I don't think you understand what's being said here. So I try to break it down to him, and I'm like, the KKK is a hate group. RICO will definitely get anybody involved. That's why they use it, especially for gangs. Anybody involved together, doing business for, just all of that in one. They will get anybody involved that's aligned. You could be a doctor, but because you were aligned with this person during this part of the crime or when the crime was done, you too can be under that, could be convicted of it. So here we are. So I'm trying to get him to understand. So I see where the similarities happen, here. It's like, nah, it's 2022. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't no hate groups for white people.
I'm sorry?
I said every day I cover a hate group. If you don't go remember anything, remember this one. You don't remember what happened on January 6th? You don't remember all those different groups of people coming from different states, representing different white nationalist groups in the name of Donald Trump, in the name of whiteness? Claiming that, white people are being washed away because black people are taking seats at the White House? You don't remember that? Those are hate groups. Those groups of people come from people who have killed black people, or from people recently who have killed black people. This is still happening. That was last week's conversation. Saying, I'll wait till you name me a recent one. I started naming recent ones. These shootings are recent. These are happening daily. They're part of hate groups online. They are literally online telling you, I said this last week, telling you exactly how they're going to kill you in groups, Facebook groups. All over the internet, lives. I said this last week, only to come back to the States and see that somebody, a white boy, planned a murder, planned a mass murder, planned a terrorist attack against specifically black people. Planned it online. Everyone knew it was going to happen. Those people that follow him, those people that are all online, that look at his stuff, watched it. Those people watched it with joy. The comment section with people telling him where to go, who to shoot. All online. And people died just for being black. And you're telling me there aren't people in this world that are in hate groups, that live to kill black people with the mindset that black people are a problem and are going to wash away white people and their jobs and their living and their communities. Black just happens to be wrong. And seeing that happen from people who were just going to the store because it was date night and they wanted to get some food to eat for date night. People who were everyday people who were doing good for people just happened to be in that store. A woman who ran a food pantry every week. A woman who ran a food pantry, she did not deserve to die. This is where we are in 2022. So nobody ever come at me again and check me about what hate crime should look like and how black people should be the face of hate crimes only, how black gangs are the face of hate crimes. White nationalists, KKK, they go by different names. They have different job titles, doctors, lawyers, literally your neighbor, people who are sitting representation of us in the White House or in the Senate, House of Representatives, Congress, all of this. That's where they at. Those are hate groups as well. We got Joe Biden making his statements saying that white supremacy is bad, white supremacy is poison. I would love to hear him say that America is racist. White supremacy shouldn't be happening, but is happening, and we're going to hit it head on. White supremacy is a hate crime. There is a hate crime, and if we identify that white supremacy is a hate crime, then we can say that America is racist.
I took extra time off because of that. And Dwayne, I'm sorry, I had to make an adjustment on my phone here. I'm the culprit here this morning, everybody. I'm the odd man out. But I had to do, for the same reasons that you're talking about, Rebecca, I had to intentionally take a step away. I didn't know that one particular part, that he had people in the comment section cheering him on and telling him what to do. I've been trying to stay away from the story as much as I can, because you get to the point where you can't talk about it anymore, right? Just like there's nothing to talk about at this point, except for I think about the paper that I was writing for. I was writing for an online article company. I don't want to say their name, but I probably will. And I was writing for them during the George Floyd protests. And they loved it. They were like, they always want, not George Floyd, during the election. Let me get it right. During the election, they loved it. They wanted me to talk about anything I wanted to during the election. After they killed George Floyd, they asked me to write about it. And I only had one thing to say. Black people need to defend themselves. And, you know, they didn't publish them. They wouldn't publish. That's the last time I ever heard from them. They never even replied to any more of my emails after that. Except for saying that they couldn't publish something telling Black people to arm themselves. And my question is, like, literally, what do you expect folks to do at this point? Because if this country is incapable of stopping it, then we have the right to defend ourselves, and we have the right to appeal to the United Nations as a matter of human rights violations. Because at this point, anybody who doesn't want to see it, it's only because they don't want to see it, not because they can't see it. They don't want to see everything that you just said. Was that? Yeah.
And it really broke my heart. I was talking to my best friend. I said, I can't even go. I didn't even read this story at that time when I was talking to her. I had literally just got out of the airport and was making my way home. And I'm like, I didn't even read it, but I know exactly what happened. That's how normalized it is in America.
That's right. We knew the kind of gun he was going to use.
We knew exactly.
It's going to be an AR-15. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We knew he was going to be a white young man, teenager, young man. He's going to be white. We knew you can profile. We literally can take an episode of Criminal Minds, all the stuff they have folks watching on TV all the time. Take CSI, take Criminal Minds, and get a profile of your unsub. Here is your mass shooter unsub. It's a virgin incel white boy who's frustrated because he ain't getting everything he sees on TV. He thinks he's entitled to it because he sees it on TV, and he wants to take it out on everybody he can't control. That's the profile. Yeah. Their parents probably don't connect with them. They got guns. We know who they are. It's like you don't have... You know if little Timmy is going downstairs with these guns. The store owners know who you're selling these guns to. You know they got the bowl cut. They all got the bowl cut. They all got a certain look in their eye. Let me stop.
No, they do. They all got this certain look in their eye. And that's why when we go to the store... When we go to the store, imagine going to the store, Ben, right now, just going to get something for somebody, going to get something for yourself, making sure that you're getting groceries to make sure that your household has it. You're just stopping by the store, your everyday store with you every day, your everyday store, minding your business. And because you are Black in America, somebody just feels like they can come up to you and take your life.
Yeah.
The fact that this is normalized.
And the fact that the news is, while they're still covering it, it's not, we cannot get used to this. Let me rephrase that. We're not. White America, you may get used to this, but I'm going to tell you something. We're going to secure the tribe. We're not asking y'all we're not asking y'all no more. We're gonna take care of ourselves because apparently America doesn't know how to take care of itself, let alone its citizens of African descent.
What's crazy is the responses to this. And again, I didn't have to read much. I just could read one tweet from the left and one tweet from the right. The right saying, this was a troubled boy with mental issues. It ain't take 2 seconds for them to start coming out with that rhetoric, with that understanding. All you got to do is turn on Fox News and you will see and hear that this was a troubled boy who didn't even reach his peak. He's still a teenager. All of this and that, they can move forward with that. We need to go to a commercial break. We're going to go to a commercial break so we can fix all of this stuff that's going on. We'll be right back. I'm
gonna take you on a ride. We're gonna burn for the night. Why you're so salty? I'll still take a bite.
Okay, we can take my Lambo. I'll put on a tight show. You sure you can handle? We be faster than Django.
I'm gonna take you on a ride. We're gonna burn for the night. Why you're so salty? I'll still take a bite.
We can take my Lambo. I'll put on a tight show. You sure you can handle? We be faster than Django.
Can't stop, won't stop.
All right, y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back momentarily here. With a few technical difficulties, but we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop. Okay.
I'm gonna take you on a ride. We're gonna burn for the night. Why you're so salty?
You sure you can handle? Okay. We can take my Lambo. I'll put on a tight show. You sure you can handle? We be faster than Django.
Can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop. Can't stop. Can't stop.
Today is a brand new day. I'm gonna start it soon. Someone deep within the past. Something I'm about to lose. I don't feel okay. Moving on, my memories of you. Getting weaker by the day. Till eventually they're through. I wanna hold on. Keep going on strong like a soldier. I was drunk with love, now I'm sober. So I can't help saying that I told you, I'm sober, I'm sober, I'm sober, I'm sober, I'm sober, I'm sober. This time, we looked us, it was only to the end. Making love, did you love? And that was just to pretend. You would teach me all it's easy. You were more than just good friends. Something deep within the soul. Feeling that I'm never gonna see again. Feeling that I'm never gonna see again.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the screen. Rebecca Azor.
Look at Ben.
I really hate that avatar.
I like it. I don't like when it just be there every day, but I like it though. It's a good one.
It's creepy as hell.
Look, it looks like he looks like himself. It just looks just like him.
Right.
But Ben, are you there?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm just listening to David describe you as creepy.
It's not creepy. But I mean, you know, there's a lot that we can unpack here. Like I was saying before the break, welcome back to Like It or Not. I actually wanted to do the intro in Creole, but we'll do the exit in Creole. But to hear the left side talk about gun rights, gun protection, all that stuff. It's an important conversation to continue that conversation as well. But we've been having it for so long. Every time this happens, and this happens more often than not,
yeah,
that's all we can stand on. As much as I don't, me on the side of where I stand on, I don't like guns. I don't think that everybody should have access to them either. I don't think that they should be easily attained. I don't like it. I don't like it. However, in times like this, it's like, I gotta go to the gun range. I gotta start keeping one on me. Mm-hmm. So crazy. I gotta keep one on me. But seriously, that's how we have to live our lives with guns in the household and things like that, to protect ourselves, because there are crazies out here that just because you wake up black, just because you are black, just because you were born this way, they hate you. They'll kill you. To this day, this has been and that's why I say, if we can say that white supremacy is the issue, white supremacy is how America thrives. White supremacy is what keeps America moving and thinking that they are the strongest in the world. It's white supremacy. We got laws that we're trying to fight every day that we can't, because white supremacy keeps them going.
That's right.
We are still saying the first black or the first something outside of it being white, because white damn supremacy. We're having to tell our babies, we can't, I know you want to wear that hoodie, but you can't wear that hoodie walking home from school, because white supremacy. I know you want to get that BB gun, but you can't get that water gun or that BB gun, because white supremacy.
It would be a death sentence in some cases. It's crazy. It's crazy the nuances of ways we have to protect ourselves and our family from white supremacy. When you say water guns, it's just a constant effort on our side to keep toy guns and water guns away from our boys. Just constant effort.
Yeah. Yep. This is where we are with it now. And then that's the left's conversation. And you got the right, who will blatantly sit in your face and say, I know it looks like he went in there to murder people, but he actually went in there to go and purchase groceries. He just had a bad day. We have the proof. We have it on video. It was a skilled, detailed, premeditated murder attack, terrorist attack. But y'all sit here on air and say that this was a mental breakdown for a well-raised white boy who hasn't peaked in this, who hasn't become an adult just yet, who hasn't mentally, his brain, and they started talking about how the brain cells work, and they were saying he hasn't even hit an age where his brain cells are fully functional. But he was able to go online, premeditate this attack, this murder spree, talk about what he's going to use, allegedly engrave words like NIGGER on the tool, in the barrel. This is the two conversations that are happening here. Then you got Joe Biden taking and saying white supremacy is poison. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, it's poison and what? Because I remember when COVID happened and there was a lot of Asian attacks happening, and you guys definitely went forward to put that Asian hate crime bill into place while we were still protesting in the streets for George Floyd. And Vice President Kamala Harris took the mic and said that America is not racist. While we were outside during COVID-19, protesting so that those things wouldn't happen to us. Protesting that we would get at least a hate crime law that protect African Americans, black people, period. Ben Crump was out there saying it must be done today. We've been talking about this on the show for a minute. Murder after murder after murder after murder of black people at the hands of white folks. They don't have to be police officer. It could be a 17-year-old boy that woke up and decided he don't like black people. Murder after murder after murder. These are hate crimes. Why isn't there something in play to protect us? I'm glad the Asians got something they deserve. Why isn't something in play for black people in America when we know we are the most hunted down minority, but the most hunted down? Why hasn't Joe Biden said, enough is enough, we're putting this down right now. We're doing it today. We're putting it down right now. This is what I want. I'm tired. The new press secretary, Colleen Jean-Pierre, you know, she took the new pulpit, the press secretary pulpit, and was discussing how she's the first, you know, black gay immigrant female also to take this position, and it's great. You know, she's a product of immigrants, Haitian, Colleen Jean-Pierre, and I'm happy that she's there, and I'm happy that she was able to just talk about, you know, America's history and talk about barriers that wouldn't allow her to be in her position. We can, if we got that speech, we could play it. I think that's the video that you want us to play, David, before the show ends.
I am obviously acutely aware that my presence at this podium represents a few firsts. I am a black gay immigrant woman, the first of all three of those to hold this position. I would not be here today if it were not for generations of barrier-breaking people before me. I stand on their shoulders. If it were not for generations of barrier-breaking people before me, I would not be here. But I benefit from their sacrifices. I have learned from their excellence, and I am forever grateful to them. Representation does matter. You hear us say this often in this administration, and no one understands this better than President Biden.
I'm gonna agree with it. You know what I'm saying? It's Haitian Heritage Month, and it's Haitian Flag Day, so I'm gonna go light on you. Okay? Because we're not gonna do that on Haitian Heritage Month. We're not gonna do that on Haitian Flag Day. I would never disrespect you. You up there doing the work of the Lord. I'll say this. We'll focus on you being the first of many. You actually breaking barriers. You actually taking you are Haitian representation at the highest, one of the highest levels in America. You acknowledge that. A lot of people who took that, who were standing where she was right now, couldn't acknowledge any of those things. First, because they couldn't relate. They couldn't relate. Second, because they had to follow the political talking points. I'm glad that she was able to say that, because that's more than a lot of the people who take that position say. I know that when you take that stand, this is what I was saying, it's going to be hard for her, because when you represent the President of the United States, when you're their mouthpiece, you can't just dog them out like that, you know? But I'll be the one to say it. Joe Biden, no, he's not the one to really focus on that. Yeah, you could hire any black person. It's given diversity and inclusion. There's about 3 people on that team that's holding the whole White House down. 3 folks. 3 black folks that's holding the whole White House down to talk about diversity and inclusion. Right.
Simone Sanders is out of there.
Out of there.
I had a chance to meet, how do you pronounce her first name again? Karine Pierre. I met her in South Carolina a couple years back. She's sharp. Like, obviously, like I know her work, but she was a really dope person to me. She was really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. To have a Haitian person here in this position, she has the whole weight of the world on her back right now. The weight of America issues on her back. This is what black folks be doing. That white girl said, I had enough. It's been a year, a hard one. I'm out of here. Let's get a black person. It'll be nice to get them on there. They can handle it. It's great that she has this position. I told y'all, I can't wait to see what she's going to do. She's already said a lot than a lot of these people can or have who've taken that who stood right there have said. I know it could be nerve-wracking, her having to even start off like this, and she's what was given to her was a bag full of shit. Excuse my French, but that's what was given to her when the other person said, I'm out of here. Okay? So having to be the mouthpiece for Joe Biden, who actually just has talking points. Talking points aren't going to do anything for you. Just saying that white supremacy is poison. You are a product of white supremacy, Joe Biden. I'm sorry to say that. I need you to, acknowledging these things, and then being an ally with us, that matters, because you said you'd be an ally for Haitians, right? And we see how that came about. You said you'd be an ally for students, right, who had so much loan debt, and we see what that looked like. You said you'll be an ally for people who were suffering with COVID, who are afraid of COVID, and we see what that looks like now. Just saying things because it sounds good in the moment, but knowing that down the line you are only going to stick to your political friends and what they want, not what the constituents want, and not the promises that you made to the people. It's not enough for us in 2022. It won't be enough for us in the next few years either if you plan on being reelected. It's not going to be enough. It's not. Colleen, I do understand that you got to be his mouthpiece and you got to protect him. I get it. You can't just take a position for somebody and just go off the rails, but I like how she's starting off, though. I appreciate it. I love it. I love that she's a representation of so many different things. Immigrants, she's a representation of a black woman. She's a representation of the people from LGBTQIA community. She's a representation, and having to stand up there and fight all of them battles is crazy, because there's a lot of oppression going on for each group.
Yeah. No, but I know she's going to handle it with grace. I agree with you. One thing I do, it's hard to see people who you want to stand up and do the right thing just all the way across the board all the time. You want to see them to stand up and say the truth, 100%, no spin. I want that for her. I want her to be able to get up there and never have to spin something for Joe Biden. But unfortunately, that's literally her job now. Mm-hmm. That's her job now. Yeah,
it is. It definitely is her job. Yeah. And I'll say this. Oh, yeah, we're at the end of the show. And I'll say this towards, the end of the show. I just want you guys to really focus on your mental health. It's hard for us right now. It's been hard for us for a very long time. I'm glad that we can vocalize how hard it is for everybody. When traumatic events like this happen, if you need to step away from social media, if you need to turn off the news and listen to some music and think about some good things and just sit outside. We only have one life to live. That's what they told me. You only have one life to live, man. Live it. You got one life to live, child. Like, live it. Because this is our job that we have to talk about daily and we have to focus on. Of course, we're going to bring you what's happening. But if you feel like this is too heavy, feel free to turn us off as well. Feel free to turn the media off. If these conversations get to be a bit much, feel free to take a moment for yourself. I ain't telling you to quit your job. That's not what I said. That's not what I ain't say. Don't go into the office. That's not what I said. Okay? But if you can, take some time off. If you can ask your manager, your supervisor, if you can send an email, let them know you need some time. A lot is happening that is affecting us as black people every single damn day. we need a break.
Facts.
All right, y'all. So,
Facts.
yeah, thank you for watching Like It or Not. We have so much more for the week coming up. Thank you, Bubba, for holding it down when we weren't here. Thank you, Ben, for coming back and showing yourself. I was happy to see you. I hope that everything is going good with you. I'm happy. I'm happy that you were here. I hope that you everything is going good on your side. Everything is aligning for you, Bubba. I hope that you have a great week. Dwayne, you didn't say much. You didn't clown me much. But I hope everything is going good for you in the background. I'm sorry we gave you such a hard time today. It was a lot happening. It was a lot of movement. Yeah. It was, and I apologize.
That was me. That wasn't you this time, Rebecca. It was me.
Yeah, because usually it'd be me, and I know he'll run his mouth if it was me.
Ben, let her apologize. This doesn't ever happen. I don't ever get this. So just let her go.
And I'm done. And for everyone, it is Haitian Flag Day. It is Haitian Flag Day. Okay, so I said I was going to do the intro in Creole. So. Bienvenue à Like It or Not, côté nous libre pour ba ou vérité a. Deske ou remel ou sinon pas remel. Zafek kadeo. I love you guys so much. Go enjoy. Drop the Haitian flags in the comment section. It is my birthday week. I'm celebrating all week, so tomorrow is going to be a celebration too. I love you guys so much. Go enjoy yourselves. Bye.